Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Not sure, I cannot see myself in this screen, so I'm not sure if you can see me. Hey, Linda Switzer. I'm sitting on the east coast of Vancouver Island. Hey buddy, looking out over the ocean, it's beautiful. It's just really, really something. And can you hear me? Can you hear me? No, I flew out, Linda, a couple of days ago. My brother had a heart attack here last week, and so I flew out to look after him and stay for a while, I guess. And you know, the practical of life, eh? The practical of life. And I talk lately often about awakening to the realization that we are not our thoughts. We're not our story. And the question comes up, you know, then who am I? Who am I? If I'm not all that I thought that I was. The separateness of my story. Hey guys. Isn't that beautiful? I love the sound of this, the gulls in the ocean. So, to discover that we're not who we thought we were. We're not the imperfect beings we thought we were. We're not the personas we thought we were. We're not somebody trying to get better, trying to do more, trying to be more, trying to be a better lover, a better partner, a better. We're none of that. To get that doesn't mean that we're not involved in those things. You know, that's the piece that I chatted with a fellow this morning, and you know, it doesn't mean that we don't get up and go to work, or we don't get up and put our pants on, and you know, or that if we get called to service, we go to service, you know, and it's that we lose our attachment to the story. We lose our judgment of ourselves, and we lose our judgment of others. It's beautiful. It's free. It's so free. Hey, buddy, to see that we're, you know, somehow we were taught, somehow we got this idea that the world was not a safe place, that we had to be careful, that we had to accomplish, we had to look after ourselves, we had to take care of our security, and it separated us. And we had this idea that, you know, being with somebody was important, or, you know, and we judged ourselves. We were told that we were successful if we, you know, we were in a relationship, or if we had a family, or we had children, or, you know, all of those things are just stories. It's not true. And when we get that, when we wake up, we say, my gosh, I'm not that. I'm indescribable. I'm like the wave in the ocean. Does the wave think he's a wave, or does he realize he's the ocean? Realizing that I am life, I'm not living life. I'm trying to connect with some source. We are the source. It is us. We are in it. We're the fish in the water. Even more, we are the water. So I know that seems kind of deep. I'm sorry. It's where I'm feeling it, It's like, oh my gosh, nothing's missing. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is right. Beautiful, eh? Hey. So beautiful. What I've been doing this last little while is I read from this book. It's the 19th of November, so I read from this little 24-hour day book. And because a lot of what hopefully is happening is, for my journey, this thing that my area of service, if you will, is often to the addict and the alcoholic. And the beautiful thing about the addict and the alcoholic is that they have moments where they realize that running their own life isn't working. That they can't manage their own life. And many of us struggle with it for a long time. Figuring if we read enough books or take enough courses, we can figure it out, and we'll be good at it. But the addict and the alcoholic are often ready to say, okay, I give up, I surrender. Not only can I not manage my own life, but I have no idea who I am. And it's beautiful because in the surrender, we realize that we are one. We are one with this higher power, this God consciousness, this universal intelligence. It's not separate. And so that's kind of where I enjoy to give back, where I enjoy to share the message. And so this is one of the reasons I read from this book every day. November 19th, thought for the day. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Thought for the day. In AA, or the 12 steps, we do not speak much of sex. Oh my gosh, we're going to talk about sex. The 12 steps, we do not speak much of sex. And yet putting sex in its proper place in our lives is one of the rewards that have come to us as a result of our new way of living. The big book says that many of us needed an overhauling there. It also says that we subjected our sex relations to this test. Was it selfish or not? Remember always that sex powers are God-given, therefore good, neither to be used lightly or selfishly, nor to be despised or loathed. We can ask God to mold our ideals and help us to live up to them. We can act accordingly. The question is, have I got my sex life into proper perspective, proper control, So one of the beautiful things that happens in the 12-step world is we deal with, all the practical of life as well. Ultimately we live a life based on intuition. We live a life based on God-centered life as opposed to a self-centered life. The alcoholic and the addict are extremely selfish and self-centered to the extreme. And so, we can't just change that. We have to replace this idea that we had of life with an idea, not an idea, but a realization that we are not separate from the moment. And so what comes out of that is a different way of being, really, because we're still here, we're still in the practical. So it's beautiful. The meditation for the day. In this book, we do a thought for the day, a meditation for the day, and then a prayer for the day. I will lift up my eyes unto the heights which cometh my help. Try to raise your thoughts from the depths of the sordid and mean and impure things of the earth to the heights of goodness and decency and beauty. Train your insight to take the higher view. Train it more and more until distant heights become more familiar. The heights of the Lord, whence cometh your help. will become nearer and dearer, and the false values of the earth will seem further away. So we become one with that. And it's beautiful. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may not keep my eyes forever downcast. I pray that I may set my sights on higher things. Higher, lower. Who's to say? Just be here now. As we learn to live in the moment, we realize that nothing is missing in the moment. There's no story in the moment. There's nothing to fear in the moment. It's beautiful. So we're going to meditate for a couple of minutes. We've been doing this too every day. And I've got, we'll meditate for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's beautiful. The sun's shining. It's a little chilly, but it's beautiful. So if you'd like to join me, find yourself a comfortable spot. Hi, buddy. Look at that. I'll show you this. Hi, buddy. Look. I don't know if you can see that or not, but he's landed almost right beside me. Okay, just find a comfortable spot. Hopefully your back is supported, or you're in such a position that you can just sit up straight. Just close your eyes and allow the sounds to be part of, include the sounds in your meditation. Include the sounds in your meditation. I found that one of the ways to be present is through the breath. Just through the breath. You breathe in, bring your focus, your attention, or your awareness to the breath. You're here in the breath. Watch your thoughts. When as thoughts come, just let them go. Let them come back later. Just let them go. We're going to leave everything outside of this moment. Be here in your body, in your breath. Leave everything outside of it. Thoughts come, just release them. Pick them up. As you become the observer of your thoughts, you'll soon recognize that you are not your thoughts. It's the beginning of self-realization, awakening. I am not my thoughts. Not my story. Thank you. Love you guys.